Goodness gracious.
Thank you for joining us today for the GPAC postgame press conference. We have head coach Saul Phillips and student athlete Sam Masten from Northern State University. The Wolves are advancing to the semifinals in the 2023 NSIC basketball tournament after their quarterfinal win over the Minot State Beavers. We'll start off with an opening statement from head coach Saul Phillips and then open it up for any questions.
Well, obviously, tight down the stretch, you're going to have those games in March. Just always comes down to that. But I really like the steadiness which my guys played with down the stretch. We got big stops, but more importantly, we hit some big shots. This guy here's been doing it all year. Played through, rolled his ankle early on, played through it. He had to convince me he was okay to play because it didn't look like it for a second, but he definitely convinced me by the end of the game. There's no question about it. Again, a lot of stuff threw us off schedule tonight. Minot's done that to us. Every time we played them this year, we certainly can play a cleaner game, but I can tell you this, that Minot's team did a really good job of making it difficult on us. We can get rolling pretty quick, and it was difficult to find that footing tonight.
Coach, just in terms of, the game throughout was back and forth, both teams kind of just exchanging blows. Would you say that this feels like a game that was won not necessarily through X's and O's, but just the way your team fought? You kind of hinted at it a little bit, but just the way your team fought, especially down the stretch, would you say that was really the defining moment of this game?
I thought it was X's and O's and mostly me. I didn't think these guys did much. Listen, you can call it whatever you want, but our guys played extremely hard. And when you've got people like Belk and Sam that's played in 9,000 college basketball games, you tend to trust them down the stretch. And Jackson's pretty battle-tested. Dilling's been around the block a little bit, and Gus he's been with me since I've been here. So, again, we are a tough out even when we're playing poorly offensively because we don't panic, we don't flinch. And we went through a game tonight where, again, there was some choppy water. We didn't get rattled. We stayed the course. And, again, there's a lot of credit to a lot of people, but this guy settles everybody around him down. He's just so goofy all the time. And that calm, soothing voice of Sam's.
Yeah.
Right, Sam?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Coach, really balanced scoring effort. Obviously, Sam with some big buckets down the stretch, but Belka was big tonight. Monty had 10 points himself. Everybody. You had looks like 5 guys in double figures. Is that kind of the way that this team that you envision that they play on a night-to-night basis, where everybody chips in, everybody comes through when you need it?
Yeah, those guys all average double digits, so it's not unusual for that to happen. But I would say the difference tonight is it came from different people at different times. We didn't score as efficiently as we normally do, but it seemed like everybody had their moment to step up and hit a big shot. And like I say, we're tough out. I wouldn't want to play us.
Sam, obviously playing through, Coach said it that you rolled your ankle early on, and it looked like it was tough to battle through. You looked like you were laboring a bit out there, but just how were you able to kind of just put that to the side and just really, I don't want to say put the team on your back, just because I'm sure you'll be the first to admit that it was a team effort, but especially down the stretch, I think you scored about 8 points there straight on your own. How were you able to will yourself to keep fighting for your team?
Yeah, at this point in my career, I don't have a lot of basketball left, you know what I mean? And so I wanted to be out there competing, be out there with my teammates and do whatever I could. It took me a couple minutes to kind of just get loose, get the ankle loose, trust it a little bit, and then as the game went on, adrenaline sets in, and then, you get in those big moments, and those are the moments where I want the ball in my hands, and I want to be able to go make plays. And I had kind of, been deferring to my teammates, and then in that moment, I kind of just looked to be a little bit more aggressive, and thankfully, it paid off.
What can you say about your teammates, just the way that they battled? Coach kind of said everybody had their moment, and I think particularly, Belka, he seemed to struggle a little bit. I think he started the game maybe 2 for 7, 3 for 7, but down the stretch there in the second half, being able to hit some big shots before you were able to take over. What were you kind of saying to him to kind of keep him going and to encourage him to keep being aggressive offensively?
Yeah, Belk's a winner. Obviously he's won more games than anybody in this program's history, and when you come from Northern State, that says a lot. And I think, he's the kind of guy where he's going to do whatever it takes, and he's not going to be afraid of the big moment. You saw that tonight. He hit some big shots for us in big moments, and I think that goes for all of our guys. I mean, we just have such a selfless group and a bunch of guys that they could care less about what the numbers look like on this paper. We just want to win games. You know what I mean? That's what we've done all year, and thankfully we did it again tonight. We get to play again on Monday, so that's all we can ask for. So.
Coach, obviously it might not look like it on paper. I mean, you look at the box score and it's a 5-point win, and it might have felt really more like a 1 or 2 point win. So how do you calm the guys in the locker room, after such an emotional win, and these tournament situations? It's a day by day kind of thing. I'm sure you'll be watching who you could play next, intently, or you're already shifting your focus. So what do you say in the locker room to kind of keep the guys focused and reminding them to enjoy this one, but also staying focused on the task at hand?
This group does that pretty naturally by themselves. Like I said, we've won a lot of games together this year for a reason. Besides, who says we want them calm? Let's be a little bit happy. This is good. March wins are important. Late February wins. They don't need a lot from me at this point. They've pretty much heard every speech I've got, right? I mean,
Yeah, I can attest to that. Yeah. We've heard it all.
I guarantee you they're imitating me at their apartment.
I have no comment. No comment
on a
on that.
regular basis. But no, listen, we had two things that could happen tonight. We could keep playing in advance, or we could go home. The latter sucked. I didn't want to do that. I like coaching these guys. I want to soak as much time up with them as I can. I only get to have Sam for as many more games as we keep winning. So, and then there's a little thing of a championship that we'd kind of like to get done too.
Absolutely.
We really struggled cutting down the nets at our place. It wasn't efficient. We got to show improvement in that area, but we got to win 2 more games before we prove it.
Absolutely.
And one more, if you don't mind.
Yep.
I mean, just for either one of you, that atmosphere. I mean, how many burgundy and gold jerseys or colors you saw out there? I mean, what can you say about that atmosphere? Just how well your fans traveled, and did that kind of carry you over the hump a little bit down the stretch? I'm sure probably did a little bit, huh?
Yeah, as a player, I mean, I know it definitely did. That's what makes Northern so special, you know what I mean? You come to a tournament like this, and we got the biggest fan base, the most supporters, and that's part of the reason why I came here. It means a lot to be a part of a community and a university where you have that support, and they show it night in and night out, and, it's our job to go out there and win games, and they'll reward you with the crowds like that. And, in March, I grew up, watching big-time college basketball tournaments and seeing similar crowds like that, so it means a lot to have them out here, and it's really cool just to be a part of and getting those moments with them.
And just to be forewarned, that number's only going to grow as we go along here.
Yeah.
Our fan base is unique to Division II, but Sam and I can attest to this. It's unique to about 70% of D1s too.
Absolutely.
We are blessed to have. It's cliche. Well, we got the best fans in the nation. Listen, you saw that. We got the best fans in the nation. In Division II, we have over about 70% of D1s as well.
Yep.
How many empty gyms are you playing in?
I played 3 years of Division I. There was very minimal crowds that mimic that, so definitely can attest to that.
Awesome. Sam, Coach, thank you for your time on tonight's GPAC post-game press conferences, and good luck in the semifinals.
Yeah. See you guys Monday.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.